Bands doing covers. Is that a good thing? So I wanted to take today to talk about covers, because covers is a very big thing, and it's something that doesn't really get talked about very much from our side of things. When we're giving advice and stuff, covers aren't really mentioned all that often. So I thought we were going to do an entire video on kind of our take on covers and kind of where the industry stands with bands doing covers. So first thing, I want to mention cover bands. These are bands that are either totally dedicated to doing covers from a specific artist, like a tribute band, or covers bands like wedding bands, bands that will just turn up and play a Kings of Leon song, a Green Day song, a Foo Fighters song, that kind of thing. We're not talking about that today. We're going to talk about original artists. I kind of want to split bands up into kind of three sections. One is bands that are doing it for fun, playing music for fun, writing music for fun, playing gigs for fun. A lot of bands will kind of say that they are a band that's just doing it for fun, but a lot of them kind of come into the second group, which is bands that really want to make it. Granted, you can be in a band that really wants to make it and still do it for fun and enjoy it, but there are decisions that you need to make that are slightly different depending on which you really want to do. Covers plays a very big part in this. Doing covers and doing covers in their original style, for example, you may be a pop punk band, if you're playing a Blink-182 cover, that's all well and good, but that's not helping you as a band. It's not helping you gain fans because it's not your song. It's not showing your songwriting. It's not showing off you. All it's doing is you're playing someone else's song for an audience. That's not ideal for a band who wants to show themselves as being a new original artist. Because if you want to be a new original artist, you better have some damn good songs and you need to be showing them to people. If you then throw in someone else's song, what's the point? That being said, if you're in a band that wants to do it for fun, if you're just having fun, yeah, throw a cover in, why not? If you don't really care about making it and having a really good impression with an audience and you just want to have a bit of fun, do a cover. Why not? It's not going to hurt you. By all means do. This is where I kind of want to talk about the third kind of artist, and it's a new kind of artist that's only come around in the past 5-6 years, and that is the YouTube artist. An artist that makes videos online, kind of like we do, and they gain an audience through online and barely do gigs whatsoever, or they use that YouTube momentum to then launch a traditional music career. I've seen very, very big artists do it in this way. Obviously, it's only very recent, so most of these artists have only released an EP, an album, but there are artists that have all started out by making YouTube videos. Whether those YouTube videos are like vlogs and music, or whether it's just music, it differs, but doing covers as that style of artist is kind of a good thing. Now, I'm not talking about it's a good thing as in it makes you look good as an artist, because there are a lot of music industry people and music industry businesses that don't respect YouTube artists as much as traditional artists. Can't say I agree with that. What would you say, Joe? Would you say that you respect a traditional artist more than a YouTube artist?
If they've got big off of their own material, that instantly makes them more of an original artist than someone who got big off someone else's material.
But if both of them release an EP, do you respect one of them more than the other if they're both completely original?
Yeah, I do. I respect the original artist EP more because they've gained their audience through original music, which is a lot harder to do than covers.
Okay, so does that mean that you think we deserve less respect because we already have an audience through not doing music? So when we release music?
No, that's even harder to do.
Why?
Because you've built an audience without releasing any music. If you'd have built an audience doing, I don't know, Royal Blood and Foo Fighters covers, or whatever, that'd be a bit, because they're just doing songs that are similar to their style to get big.
Okay, that's an interesting. So this is kind of why I wanted to do this conversation in the industries, because there's a lot of different opinions floating around, different takes on how you should go about doing stuff or that kind of thing, and the getting big via YouTube thing is a very new thing where it's not really been explored very much. As I was saying, doing covers on YouTube is a good way of building an audience because people are searching for them. There are a lot more people searching for Amy Winehouse cover than there are searching for your band's name or your artist name or your name yourself if you're a solo artist. But as proven by Joe, there's less respect for an artist that does that. This being due to the fact that you're getting big off of someone else's material. It's the same kind of thing as not respecting Beyonce as much because she had 20 different writers on one song versus someone else who writes their own material in whole by themselves. None of this is necessarily a bad thing. If you can get through life being slightly less respected because you did covers, fucking do it. Just do whatever you want to do. As much as someone doing covers on YouTube shouldn't necessarily be commended for gaining an audience through music because it's not even their music that they're gaining an audience through, they should be commended for achieving that audience through methods that work.
Yeah.
Commending them on marketing. Okay.
Works.
Yeah, and I suppose at that point, if it's an artist that has built up an audience through YouTube, as soon as you start releasing music, provided it's really good quality music, people are gonna forget about how you got big anyway because they'll just know you as, it's the person that makes really good music. That being further down the line when you've done like 2 albums, everyone's forgot about the YouTube thing. If that was something that you stopped doing once you kind of transferred over to doing original music, there are some artists that keep doing original music alongside covers. There are artists that do covers and vlogs and original music and beauty and that kind of thing just all on one big YouTube channel and get big from that, in which case you've got no idea how that person actually gained an audience because different people will watch them for different things. There are a lot of people that watch this channel. In fact, I'd go ahead and say that 90%, if not more, people that watch this channel currently they fit into the category of they want to be a band that kind of makes it, and it's more in the traditional sense than the YouTube sense, because it's very different with how you go about doing things. So in a traditional sense, an artist would release maybe 3 singles a year, / maybe 1 EP or 1 album depending on the size of the artist. As a YouTube musician or artist or whatever, you kind of need to be doing it once a week. YouTube does not work for people that only upload once every 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. A lot of artists that are releasing music videos kind of fall into the downside of that, and it's not great and it's not ideal. There hasn't really been an artist that has kind of solved that problem yet, that you need to be uploading a lot. The only artists to do that are the ones that are doing more YouTube from a traditional YouTube sense, rather than from a traditional artist sense. So if that's something that you were actually interested in doing, in being an artist that grows through YouTube rather than through traditional sense, it's something worth thinking about, that covers might be the way to go, but you do risk being an artist that is either less respected in the music industry, or there's certain people that will be turned off you and your music because of the methods that you go around to gain an audience. This works in many different ways, like people who pay for likes on Facebook or people who pay for followers on Twitter. Some people will see that and go, they pay for likes. Fuck them. I don't care if I like the music or not. Fuck them. I'm not interested. And that's just the way that it goes. Covers are that kind of grey area. Do you know of any bands that you like that do covers, don't do covers? There's the Radio 1 style thing where you take a cover and you make it into your style, so you're doing it.
Yes, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, so that's the thing where, in a traditional sense, an artist doing a cover is a good thing, is doing it where you take a song that's in a completely different style and make it into your style. That works. I've seen some bands locally to where we work that we kind of know the band from that one cover that they do. So sometimes that can work in your benefit, but again, people aren't liking you because of your music, they're liking you because of someone else's song. Then again, you are changing it into your style, so again, it's a bit of a grey area. I don't like ending videos like this where I don't really have a point, I don't have a this is what you should do, because there isn't a definite way of doing anything. There's a way that chances are you'll be able to gain an audience quicker. That's YouTube and uploading a video once a week, where you're probably going to have to do covers. More people are more likely to find you. Again, quality is important here. You still need to be doing really good quality stuff. But there's also the traditional method where people will maybe respect your music a little bit more. So I don't know. I don't know what you should do. Mess about with things, because as much as I'm saying, oh, there's kind of 4 things. It's cover bands, bands that want to do it for fun. I mean, they're kind of the same thing. Traditional bands and then YouTube artists. Go and make your own path. Do your own thing. If there's a way of kind of exploiting YouTube so that you are uploading 1 video a week, but you're not doing it in the way that everyone else has done it, like by covers, by all means tell us what ideas you have, what you plan on doing, or anything like that. If you want to see more from this series, click around here to be taken to the playlist of this series. If you want to see our best of playlist, which is probably a lot better than that playlist, click right there. Have a good day, and tune in for Saturday's video because it's going to be pretty good.